I got this $1,200 computer for $100.71.
So today we're taking a look at DealDash.com. Now, if you watch a lot of daytime TV, you're probably familiar with the site and these ads, which seem to be far too good to be true. When you're getting a TV for 30 bucks or an iMac for $100, you've got to assume that there's something nefarious lurking in the background. DealDash is an auction site, sort of like eBay. But on eBay, anyone can bid and increase the price, and the winner only has to pay the final price. So she's trying to say that she got it for cheap. Rosanna Hefferman bid 761 times, worth $152. The total cost is $177. The way that DealDash works, if I'm understanding this correctly, is that you may win something for $25 after you bid 761 times at 20 cents each. That's like saying, I got a car for free. All I had to do was steal it. 51% of auction winners save 90% off retail. Okay, hold on. Half your auction winners save money, and the other half spend more? Ha! I go to type in DealDash, the first thing I see is scam complaints. I can tell that this site was designed for old people because it looks like it's meant to run on Internet Explorer 6. So this is a PS5 Slim Bundle. Buy it now price $2,400? Wow, dude, this site's fucked up. Now, each time you bid on an auction, the final price goes up by 1 cent and resets the countdown timer back to 10 seconds. When the 10-second timer runs out, the highest bid wins. Unless you're second place and decide to pay an outrageous amount of money to buy it now and steal the item out of pure spite. This is bad. Like, clearly there are a lot of people who are having a great time on this site. But if I'm understanding this, when you bid for an item, that money is gone. It is technically free to sign up for an account, but during the process, they ask for a credit card. But if you're not reading very carefully, they'll end up charging you right away for some introductory bids. So this is 66 of these clocks. The buy it now price was $41,000. Oh my God, look how many bidders! This is how many people have bid on this. And then everyone has like the little like bios, which I have 32 years in the airline industry. I live to buy these things. I'm upset. The bidding process itself is easy but long and tedious. Because bidding only increases the final price by 1 cent, it can take hours or days. But even if people were able to bid on an auction every second, that's a max of $36 per hour. It can take days for the auction to end. I don't know about you, but I don't have time to sit around all day and just watch an auction. But don't worry, DealDash has thought of that and graciously provides a bid buddy for free. What they don't tell you is that pretty much everyone is using the bid buddy, and because you're not watching the auction, it is real easy to just lose because you didn't load enough bids in the buddy. I'm gonna burn some money and we're gonna see just how bad this is. So if I want to buy this PS5, I can put my bid in. It'll automatically bid it up. Now I lose my bids, which I think I have to, well, I obviously have to pay money to get bids. But if for whatever reason people gave up at $7, then I would get it at $7. But I lose whatever the money amount of bid is. That's how they get you. Because if all you care about is getting it for at the end, oh cool, look at my $70 PlayStation, whatever. But if I had to spend hundreds of dollars on bids, and the thing is, as my bids get burnt off here, I will have to purchase more or bid for more bids. Now, I put my 100 bids in, there's like a 0% chance I may get it. I've just given that to them. Now, say that I put in 100 or 200, however many bids that have actually gone through. Well, if I really want the item, I can do the buy it now, which is clearly more than this is worth, but I would get my bids back. Now, in this case, spending $2,400 on a PS5 and a Bluetooth soundbar is an insane thing to do. But it's the sunk cost fallacy. If I've already spent hundreds of dollars on my bids, I might be willing to take the L on buying the thing at the full price, above the retail price, so I can get my bids back, right? So for DealDash, suddenly they've taken an item and they've sold it for way more, and everyone who's put bids in have lost that money. I'll be honest with you, I need to wrap my head around this site. I did not understand the depth of what we're really working with here. Maybe I'll try to win some things, I don't know, but like I want to get to the bottom of what DealDash really is. And is there anything redeeming about it? Because I'll be honest, like this sort of first impression is atrocious. It is just, it feels predatory and the definition of a scam. But I mean, I guess there's a lot of things in life that feel really bad, but people do them anyway. So I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into DealDash today. So when I logged in, I saw that even though I had put the 100 bids down for that PS5, I did not get it. Big surprise. But I also saw a different auction, which was for a $10 Domino's gift card. Now that might sound silly, but what really jumped out to me was it was listed as only people who have won 4 or fewer auctions. So I threw a bid at it at 1 cent and I won it. So after spending 1 cent on the gift card plus the 12 cents that I had spent to purchase that bid, for 13 cents I now have a $10 Domino's gift card coming my way. It's that sort of initial sort of dopamine hit that, oh, I won something, oh, I got a great deal. You know, it's like all the people in the ads who talk about how they got something for like $7 or whatever. It's like, if I was going into this cold, I would actually think that, oh, look, I just got a great deal, because I did. And if I was smart, much like you're smart when you walk into a casino and you win something, you walk away immediately, I should probably bail now. But now that I've won something to begin with, I obviously want to try again, right? So I'm gonna start putting some more bids out and see what I've got. I totally understand how people get sucked in by this. I completely get it. It does still feel kind of predatory. It still feels like one of those things where if you're reasonable and you treat this like gambling, then maybe it's okay. But I don't think most people are treating it like gambling. I think people are treating it like, oh, I'm gonna try to snipe a good bid or deal or whatever. But it's not like that. It's not. So I bought 600 bids for $78 and wanted to go all in on an Xbox Series X. So to do this, I got in right before the actual auction started and I put down 750 bids, which actually is probably a total of a little closer to like $100 just in the amount of bids. So this auction started yesterday and I checked it last night, so 12 hours later, and it was still going. So this morning, I'm assuming that it's closed. I'm gonna open it up and see what happened. Oh my God, it's still going. Wait, so I spent $100 on bids and have not won anything. So you can see right here that if I want to buy it outright, I can get my bids back. So I've now committed $117 of bids to try to buy this Xbox Series X. If I was to win this bid right now, it would go for $114. But if I don't win the bid, then my bids are gone and that $117 I've spent buying bids evaporates. At this point, I'm actually really incentivized to do the buy it now. Because you think about it, okay, so the Xbox Series X is worth what, maybe like $450? And then the headset's maybe another $50 or $100, whatever the case is, right? So say that's $550. Well, if I've already spent over $100 on bids, that's getting me close to $650. And what happens there is that everyone else who's bid money, they lose all their money in bids. I get my bids back and I get the Xbox. Now, have I overpaid for that Xbox? Yes, I have. But the math is actually not too crazy because I've already spent the money. And if I don't win this item, all $100 worth of these bids are gone forever. This is wild. I mean, yeah, I'm winning right now, but winning doesn't do much. This is a $29,000 boat. That has got to take weeks to go through. I got to be real. Like, I'm going to go through and try to win this Xbox. I mean, I guess technically I can just force my way into it, but like, I have 132 bids left. But how long is that going to take? This is not fun to me. This is stressful. Like, I'm not having a great time here. I'm just like, ugh. Let me bring you into the DealDashery, my friend.
All right, so I've only seen the TV commercials and I still don't know what it's about, so please.
I have been bidding for this Nintendo Switch since last night. So currently the bid is $95, which seems like a good deal, except for the fact that I've already put in 1,200 bids to get that, which is, some of them were 12 cents, some of them were 13 cents each.
Oh, so you could have just almost bought it with real money?
If I win, I get all my bids back. So incentivized to continue going. And on top of that, if I get all those bids back, I can put them towards something else, staying on the hamster wheel.
Wait, you're paying for the opportunity to buy it. This is really gamified then.
Yes.
This looks like a scoreboard. I don't like that.
So I'm committed. So I already tried to get an Xbox Series X. I spent over $100 on bids and did not end up winning it. So I just lost those bids. So I'm out $100, nothing to show for it. So this time around, I am fully committed. I have to win this. First of all, I need to actually get an item to take a look at to see what the experience is. But on top of that, I am committed now. If I win, then I will eventually get the Switch. But the problem is that, well, the problem is that I get all those bids back, which means that what am I gonna do with them except buy more stuff? I just locked in another 372 bids. I'll tell you, that's gonna be gone in like 2 or 3 hours. So tonight, if I haven't won this auction, I'm gonna put another, honestly, like $60 in.
I think the Fisker Ocean was probably a better financial decision than this.
I'm 100% committed. I'm going to win this Switch so I can show you what happens, what my final tally is, and what it takes to actually get one of these things in, how long the shipping is, if it's brand new, all that kind of stuff. But I'm so ready to be done with this video. Like, I am so ready to be done with this.
Clearly it doesn't sound like it if you keep throwing money at that.
I have to win. Dude, I spent over...
That's what they all say.
I spent over $100 on an Xbox I didn't win because I wasn't paying attention. This time,
That's the gambler mindset. I can quit whenever I want.
Except that normally gambling is fun. I just am doing this for a video because I'm not having any fun. All everyone needs to know is I am spending a lot of money on a video for your benefit, which is a great reason for you to subscribe and ring-a-ling that ding-a-ling button so your buddy Austin can lose his marbles over DealDash so you don't get scammed. I made some mistakes last night. So last we spoke, it was a little after noon, you know, I was just having a good time, hanging with my buddy Ken and explaining to him the $30 slot machine that I had been watching all day long. Well, last night I put another $30 in, and I was still locked in a bidding war with like 3 other people. So I spent another $80. So my grand total is $258. What?
Wait, that's almost the price of what this thing costs.
Yeah, and that's the price in bids. That's now, I have specifically not looked, I assume the auction's over. I have not looked at it at all because I wanted to get this real genuine reaction. So one of 2 things is about to happen. Either I have won the Switch and I'm gonna spend like $150 on it and I get all my bids back, and then I'll have like $258 in bids that I will waste on some other nonsense on DealDash. Or someone else won and that $258 is all gone and I will have completely lit it on fire. But hey, here's the thing, maybe I won the Switch. I specifically opened google.com. This tab will tell me if I've won. I have not looked at it all day long.
There are 2 things here that I've concluded. One, DealDash is a scam, regardless. But 2, you might be the worst player in the game of this scam.
So I will admit that my strategy has not been ideal, and DealDashers out there might be yelling at me that I'm stupid, because for the Switch, I put bids down from the very beginning. So last I checked last night, I had over 2,000 bids onto that Nintendo Switch. Here. Can someone else look at it and then tell me if I should be happy or sad? I'm gonna click on the thing.
Oh, congrats, you are the highest bidder.
I got it! I got the Switch! Really? No, that's not what it says.
Oh.
That's not what it says at all. It says I've reached level 15 and I got some free bids, but I'm out of bids. I thought that this would have been over now. This is so much less dramatic when now I've got to sit here and watch this thing for a while.
So what you're saying is you're gonna liquidate the remaining value of the company's assets into DealDash, and we're all out of jobs.
I just want it to be over. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait, probably not very long, for these 70 bids that I've got left to burn through. Once I hit 0 and I have not won this item, then I'm going to bow out, let them take all my money, and give you a well-reasoned conclusion on why DealDash is no bueno. Okay, well, I'm down to 3 bids. I'm just gonna stare at it until I get the final one. Don't do this at home, please.
Don't do this, period.
Don't do this anywhere. There you go, my final bid. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's over. Failure. The big question is DealDash a scam? Now, if the Gray Zone was a website, it would be DealDash. I'll say that if you're not an expert at the penny auction format and you're not reading all of the fine print, it can easily feel like a scam. At the very, very least, in my opinion, it is absolutely predatory. Now, the first problem is transparency. And DealDash is about as transparent as a slab of granite. There are multiple times when an advertisement or the website itself tries to mislead you, like the huge banner that says that you'll get your bids back, or when a testimonial shows a woman who won a PS5 for only $200 and just conveniently hides the fact that she spent over $150 in bids and 2 days staring at a browser just to get this deal. Or an Xbox you spend $130 in bids on and get literally nothing in exchange. Now sure, there are some people out there getting some decent deals. If you're extremely lucky and bidding on something at 2 a.m., you could get a great deal. But in the last couple of weeks of using DealDash, a lot of the big ticket items get pretty close, if not higher than MSRP. That means that there are people that are losing tens, if not hundreds of dollars in bids. So if anyone was wondering at this point how DealDash makes money, it is a huge part of it. Now to make matters worse, when it's not a lack of transparency and trying to understand how everything works, there are the layers of the site itself, which just feels like it's trying to screw you. Now, hypothetically, it would be incredibly easy to just have a bot that drives up the bid to make sure that they don't lose money. Maybe that bot just wins the bid no matter what, so they get to keep the item and the money that everyone used on bids. Now, to be clear, I'm not accusing DealDash of doing that, but many of these other penny auction sites have been accused of it, and let's face it, it would be incredibly easy for them to do this every once in a while and get away with it. And to make things worse, they're basically printing money by having the option to bid for bids. The way this works is that the winner might get more bids than they started with if you win, but I'm willing to bet that when you tally up all the bids from other people, DealDash just made another buttload of fictional currency that can be used on their actual site. And let's not forget, the bids are a one-way ticket. You can buy bids with cash. You cannot turn around and sell your bids and get cash back. You have to spend them on DealDash. In my opinion though, the most dangerous part of a website like this is the psychological aspect. Losing an eBay auction, it might suck because you don't get the thing you want, but when you lose a DealDash auction, it means that not only are you not getting the thing you want, but you also lose money too. They definitely rely on the sunk cost fallacy. When you think about how much money you've already spent, you might as well put another 30 bucks in to keep bidding so that it's worth something at the end. Plus, people just hate to lose. I've seen multiple auctions where people bid past MSRP. Maybe it was out of spite, maybe it was the $100 that they already sank in bids alone, and the only way to get those bids back is to win, right? Like you either win and you get your bids back on the item for cheap, or you give up and you're a loser. Regardless, I don't know what to tell you besides this all feels bad. Now, if you're someone who has a lot of time in your hands, I can see how this could actually get addictive. I mean, it's not that different than something like a slot machine in a casino. Are the odds better and a little bit more skillful? Maybe, but to me, I mean, this just looks like legal gambling. I mean, technically legal, but like, I don't know, man. I think about like if you are just looking for a good deal on a site and you land on DealDash and go, oh, that's kind of interesting, cool. It's not healthy. This is not the way that you should do it. Like if you're really into it and you can dedicate hours and hours a day of watching all these auctions and trying to snipe them at the end and throwing your bids, like sure, but like for me, I'm gonna stick to questionable tech on reputable websites because I'll be honest, this is worse than any of the other platforms that we've tried and it's not even close. So, is DealDash a scam? In the most technical legal definition, because I'm clearly not an attorney, no, I don't think DealDash is a scam. But if it feels like a scam and it drains your bank account like a scam and keeps you up till 3 a.m. staring at your browser to know if you need to put another $30 in just to make sure you can win that damn Nintendo Switch, it might just be a scam. Just remember, the house always wins. I just spent $345 on DealDash and got jack shit. Welcome to DealDash.com. Sorry to interrupt your episode of Judge Judy, but I've got some special information for you today. DealDash is your one-stop shop to get all kinds of nonsense that you're never gonna get. How about a bass boat for $24,435? Well, guess what? You ain't gonna win that either, but you can spend hundreds of dollars in bids that don't exist to try to pretend that you're gonna win. All you gotta do is empty out your bank account, your checking account, your savings account, overdraft, couple cards along the way, don't pay rent or pay utilities, and then you'll have enough money to put enough bids down to hypothetically win something. So what are you waiting for? DealDash.com, baby!
Dad, we won $20 in Domino's gift card.
You know what? You better eat that pizza, boy, because we ain't eating anything else! I cashed out your college fund, fine, because you were never gonna go to college to begin with. DealDash.com! And remember, with DealDash, every time that you win, someone else loses. And what else is America about other than f***ing someone else over to get just a little tiny bit ahead? DealDash.com. Because fuck you.